Peace, soul family. Peace, everyone. Hold on one second. Peace, soul family. How are you all? Okay. Give me 1 second, everyone. Peace, everyone. How are you? Can everyone hear me okay? Peace. Thank you, Felicia. Peace, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to ask you all, I never do this, but I'm going to ask you all to share the video, like the video, because a lot of people did not get this notification. And when I start speaking, you'll understand why. I didn't even get the notification myself. So I'm asking that you share it because to other soul family members, to those who you know are light workers, who are spiritual humans, who are enlightened ones, please share the video. The other reason I'm asking you to share it is because I'm going to speak on some things and I'm not 100% sure. Well, this may be your only opportunity to see this video. Let me just say that, because stuff is being taken down and removed off of the internet, YouTube, social media today, if you speak on certain topics. And I honestly don't know what's going to come out. Part of what I have to say is going to be channeled information and information that I have prepared. So again, share, like the video. Okay. Let's see. Let me go up the list and see who is here. Peace, Akia. Peace, Lakeith. How are you? Peace, Sanetta. Peace, I am Goddess Tay. Thank you, Tay, for being here. Moderator, first moderator on. Thank you. Peace, Janet. Peace, Jody Glover. I think this is your first live, Jody, so welcome. Peace, Danny. Peace, DeMarcus. Peace, Lauren. Hey. Peace, Sharisa. Hey. Peace, Yogi's World. Second moderator on. Thank you for being here. Peace, Avedon. Avedon, I just got your email. Peace to you. Peace, CMT Life. Karshela, third moderator on. Thank you guys. I am so grateful for you all. Peace, Fee Awakening. Peace, Jadong. Jadong, you may hear your name up. You may hear your name come up in the story that I have to tell today. Peace, Toby, y'all. All the way from South Africa. Awesome. Peace, Kevin Bourne. I see some of the Academy students are in the house. Peace, Noni Rose. So I hope you guys can hear me okay. What my mic is doing here. Okay. Peace, Kay Robinson. Greetings. Peace, Latanya Chatfield. Yes, you made it to another live. This one is the one that you need to hear. Oh, 111 in the chat. Well, on live. Peace, Emma Lawson. We know what 111 means, right? Okay. Peace, I am Malachi. Peace, everything is everything, Melissa. Peace, I am Real J. Johnson. Peace to you, Mia. Peace, Jazz. Peace, 13 Divine Spark. Hey, I seek. Peace. Did I say peace to you, Redbird 101? If not, peace to you. Peace healing through nature. Peace kinetic killer. I think this is your first time on here as well. Peace Danny Smith. Rosetta. Peace L. Jones. Thank you, Kay Robinson. Peace Shantae Moore. Peace Giovanni Payne. Peace Audacious April. Peace What a Strange Username. I'm so happy that you are here as well. Peace Kirsten Williams. Peace Mr. Band Clap. Peace Jamichia Love. I'm great. How are you? Peace. Thank you, Mr. Band Clap. Peace Aries Goddess 22. Thank you, Danny. Peace Monique Saku. Peace Bataya. Peace Crystal Jones. Peace Suwana St. Fort. Peace Conscious King. Peace DeAndrea Free Spirit Empress. Hi. Peace Patika. Thank you, Patika. Peace Arden. Oops, it just jumped. Peace Naj. Okay, I think there we go. Oh no, it jumped. Oh my goodness, I want to make sure I get everyone, well, as many as I can so we can begin. Okay. Wow. Okay, peace, get your goddess, Audrey. Peace, Letitia. Peace, Jagby. Hey, Elizabeth. Peace, Sunshine. Peace, I am Malachi. Did I say your name already? If not, peace to you. Peace, Laura Marie 999. Peace, Goddess. Peace, Soul Tribe number 29, Clarence. Peace, Kristen. You're here for it, Kristen? Okay. Peace, Valerie. Peace, Francis. Peace, Jamie Noel. Peace, brother. Peace, Prime Harmonic. Peace, Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy. Peace, Lady Owl. Peace, 13 Divine Spark, Terza. Peace, Eloise, Kit. Peace, Happy Goddess. All right. Peace, Tangi. Peace, November Mage. Hey. Peace, IG. Thank you. Peace, 23 Dragon Leaf. Peace, Stan Jones. Peace, K Queen City. Peace, Taritha. Peace, Justo Franco. Peace, Miguel. Peace, Artray. Peace, Soul Essentials. Peace, Ryan Melgren. Peace, Carbon Star. Thank you to all the moderators who are on tonight. I will definitely be needing your help. Peace, L Boogie. Peace, Ryan Melgren. Let's see. Thank you, Jamie. Peace, Michael Breedlove. Peace to all the new people. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining this live. Again, like the video, guys. Share this. A lot of people did not get notifications. So you already know what that means. Peace, Sherry Briggs. Peace, Spiritual Butterfly. Peace, Corel Brown. Peace, Cassie Marie. Peace, Pesci Hardaway. Peace doing her thing, though. Peace, Miss Phyllis. Thank you, Patika. Peace, Sunshine Cummings. Oh, I thought it was at the end of the list. Okay, I'm going to shout out a few people, and then we're going to get started. Peace, Naquasha. Peace, Goddess D. Peace, Ancient Intelligence, 1144. Peace, Moran Mystic. Peace, Sugar. Hey. Okay, let's see. Peace, Mystical Crystal. Peace, Nexus 66. Peace, Dark Serpent 1724. Peace, Simply KD. Peace, peace. Peace, Lamar Lee. Peace, May June. Peace, Comic Ray. Cosmic Ray. PC Washington. Yes, shout out to you. Okay, whew. So let's get started. I'm gonna have to drink a sip of tea because I have to gather myself. I have a lot of important information to share with you. Yes, like the video, share. I don't know how you can share YouTube videos that much, but however you share it, just share it. So others that you know, if you know someone who is an enlightened being, a light worker, a spiritual being that is on this path, please share this with them. This is important information that peace chants that I've been receiving for about the past week, and more specifically in the last 2 days. Peace, Catherine Mora. I don't know where you guys are, but where I am, it is thundering and lightning. It literally just started maybe like 10 minutes before I went live, which is ironic because before the onset of all this that happened this weekend, it was thundering and lightning. And I literally grabbed my phone. I saw, it was so odd. I saw this email that said Oya. And then I saw something else that said Oya. And I was like, why am I seeing Oya? Because I don't resonate with Oya energy. But I was like, something's going down. So I knew that there's a lot of mother energy right now. And I knew that this particular mother energy is here. Okay. So it's no coincidence that now, when it was not predicted to thunder and rain, it is literally thundering and raining right now. Okay. Peace, Tamara. You just saw lightning bolt? Yeah. Okay, so let's begin. Let's get started. I hope you all are doing well. Again, share the video, like, so that others can, see this post. Again, for some reason, notifications are being blocked by a lot of people who are subscribed, who do get notifications. They're not seeing it. So definitely make sure that you are sharing the video. Okay, so you're having storms. You are, Emma. Happy Leo season for all of you. Happy entering into this masculine energy. Leo season, everything that was internal is now coming external. Everything that was hidden is now coming to light. And in this video is a message specifically for all of you, soul family, okay? And again, when I say soul family, I'm not saying soul family, okay? I'm talking about the chosen ones, you enlightened beings, you spiritual humans, you light workers. I'm talking about those that the ancient texts spoke about. This is who I'm speaking to. I'm addressing this specifically to you, okay? This message is specifically to you. Okay? So peace to all of you out there. Grab your pen and paper if you want. I will be teaching some stuff tonight. Okay. So again, we're in Leo season, exposure, clarity. We're going from the feminine energy that we started in the beginning of this year into this masculine energy. Okay. All this that was in us internally is now coming outwards. And that goes for everyone. The energy is across the planet. So for all of you spiritual humans, all the work you've been doing is going to come outwards. And for everyone else, same thing. Same thing goes for the physical humans and for the material humans. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a 3-part series plus an additional video on who the soul family is, where I go into the physical 3D traits of the soul family. I go into the metaphysics, the physics of the soul family. I go into the ancient texts. I do a thorough investigation into the ancient texts of the soul family. I do the ancient texts from the Americas, okay? Egypt, okay? All of the ancient texts that we have access to, I do a thorough investigation of that. And then I did another video called The Chemistry of the Soul Family, okay? So I'm touching all areas of science and I'm using ancient texts to talk about who the soul family is. It is important that you watch those videos, okay? If you have not seen them, watch them because I do a breakdown because it's important to know who you are. It's important to know who you are because if you know who you are, then you know who everyone else is, okay? What I've been saying from the beginning of the year, I've been saying meditate, connect to you. There's a reason why I'm saying that. And I'm not saying it because it's the cool, thing to say right now. Everyone's talking about meditation. Meditation has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about connect to who you are, connect to your spirit team so that you can be guided on this path. It is vital at this time, okay? So I'm going to get into it. Let me say this. I'm not going to be doing Q&A today. I'm not going to be answering any questions. If you have basic questions, I have 5 moderators on here whom I trust. They are all my students, so they know how to answer on my behalf. There's a couple of other people on here. Monique Saku is on here. These are people that I trust to give answers. So if you have basic questions, you can ask. They're going to answer. I'm not answering questions tonight. I'm not doing Q&A. I don't have the physical energy to do that today. Okay? So, let me begin by saying last week, I did a live last week, and at the end of the live, someone mentioned something to me. Someone said, did I know about someone, I guess, going back to Christianity? And I said, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos. I don't watch a lot of YouTubers. I don't have time to do that, okay? I don't get my information from YouTube. I get my information directly from source, okay? Directly from universe, directly from mama. That's where I get my information from. I get my information that is supported by text, ancient text, okay? So I'm not on YouTube watching a lot of people's videos. So I had no idea who they were talking about. And I said, listen, and I gave the explanation about, what's happening with certain people. And I'll go a little bit into that tonight. I have my notes here so you guys know that I can stay on track. So last week, that was the first thing that happened. I forgot when I did the live, but someone mentioned that. And I was like, I don't know. I gave you my reasoning for why I believe that happened to that person. That's that. I felt like they tapped into something they had no business tapping into, got scared, and went back to their comfort place, which was the church and Jesus Christ, right? Fine. Okay. I received a couple of emails from people that asked me, hey, Melanie, I spoke to such and such, and they gave me this ritual that I did, and this thing happened to me. One person said, now I'm scared. Another person asked me about a particular, they contacted someone for a money ritual and something happens. Then I got another email about someone else that said they spoke to someone and no, another email about a ritual someone got. Then I got two other emails, no, two phone calls. I did two consultations and two other people that said, I'm confused because there are some teachers, some conscious people that are in a conscious community that were saying one thing and now they're saying something else. And so now I'm confused. Now I'm like off balance and, I don't know what's going on. Okay. And so the part in me that is justice, that is righteousness, rose up. I was angered by this, okay? Because I knew that it was deception. The Aries part of me was angered. I was ready to, like, on the spiritual realm, fight someone, okay? And I was like, what is going on right now, okay? So I spoke to the people. I reassured them. I told them what. That was smooth over, okay? So on Thursday, I was led to go to visit my family in New Jersey, my parents. My parents are up from Florida, they're in New Jersey. I was led to go and visit them. Don't know why. Really didn't have a reason why. There was just not a reason for me to say no. They didn't ask. I was just like, I feel like we need to go, okay? And there's two parts to that. The other part I may talk about in another video, but there was something important, vital, dealing with the breath on why I had to go there. I may get into that. I may not get into that. But that's not the foremost of this talk right now. So I went up there. It was Friday. And I got there about, I guess, almost 8:00. It was my birth anniversary. I don't celebrate birthdays because I'm older than this physical birthday, but I recognize that the day that I was born is important. And so I celebrate in a way that anniversary of that date. So I went up there for my family, but not for that reason. It just happened to be that on this past Saturday. Was it Saturday, Friday? I don't even know what day it was. So I was on the porch talking to my father and my brother. And I have no idea what the conversation was about. I really can't recall what we were talking about. But my father is like super intelligent man. Like he knows so much about history and just different things. Very wise man. Okay. And he was talking about people talking too much. And he said some people talk too much. And, he said, my grandfather, so my father's grandfather, who was my great-grandfather, was a pastor. I didn't even know that. I think I heard something of it, but I was like, he was a pastor. So I'm learning stuff about my ancestry as, in more recent times. And my father's from the Caribbean. And so I knew that my father's father was a pastor, but my father's mother's father apparently was a pastor too. And they both were like radical pastors. They were not ordained by any church. They were speaking on some other stuff. Okay. They were speaking on some stuff that, should have been spoken about in the 1920s and 1940s in the Caribbean. Okay. Which those of you know, the Caribbean is heavily Protestant or heavily Catholic. Okay. Or there's a lot of ancient African traditional religions or practices in the Caribbean, or is what my grandparents were doing, something other than that. So he was talking about him, and he said, people talk too much, and people need to either, if they can't back up what they're saying with truth, they need to shut up or tell a joke, because you're causing confusion. If you're gonna be talking, and you can't back it up, but you're just talking, you're causing confusion in the conversation. And so it's like, why are you speaking? Just come and tell a joke. At least we can say you are funny, in the conversation. At least you can walk away from the conversation with your head up. Otherwise, you're looking like a fool. And so then he was like, yeah, it's in the Bible. And so he says, yes, read Ecclesiastes 13. And so me and my brother sitting there like, okay. He's like, no. Go Google it. Go Google Ecclesiastes 13. I'm imitating my father, guys. And so my brother gets his phone. I have an app. I have app of some ancient text on my phone. So I get it. My mother was there. She was like, I'm gonna go get my Bible. So she was moving slow. He was like, no, go sit down. Let them look it up on their phones. So my brother reads Ecclesiastes 13. And so I was just like, I was laughing because I was like, yo, some parts of the Bible are hilarious, the way that the words come across. Ecclesiastes is a book that was reportedly written by King Solomon, who was the wisest man who ever roamed the earth, according to that text. And what's funny is that if he's so wise, does the Bible only have a couple of books that he wrote? So there are more books that were reportedly written by this king around, and you can research those books from King Solomon. Very wise books. So I never just read one thing and take that for, everything. So I always read around. So I was like, let me read the verses preceding it and the verses after it. And so as I was reading it, I was like, oh, snap, Daddy, like you're onto something, okay? And so this is the beginning of a series of events that happened this weekend. So I'm actually going to read it to you. I'm actually going to get my Bible so you guys know I'm reading it from this Bible. So when I first read it, I read the new NIV version. And I was just like, that version seemed a little watered down. So I read the King James. So there are many versions of the Bible. We know that there are some things that were put in there that were incorrect. We know that, fine. We also need to know as spiritual humans, enlightened ones, that, the ancient text also said that you are the keepers of the parables, of the secrets, of hidden truth. So we know that there's truth in everything, right? Just like we know that there's truth in movies that we see. There's a hidden truth in everything, and it's meant to be hidden and encoded for us at this time, okay? So for anyone that says, don't read those books, they're written by the white man and they're full of lies, think. Because I might as well say, don't watch Superman because it's about a white man and it's full of lies, right? When I did a little breakdown of Superman and I said, that is you, melanated men, okay? So again, there's truth in everything. But here's the thing. If you're not a chosen one, if you're not who these texts are talking about, you're not going to get it anyway. So it's easy for you to discount it as being a lie, okay? So let me get back to this. So I'm going to read it to you, and I'm going to read what Ecclesiastes say. And Ecclesiastes is full of wisdom. Wisdom is wisdom. Truth is truth. I don't care where it comes from. We need to recognize truth as truth. So Ecclesiastes 10:12. Write that down if you want. You can go read it for yourself. All right? Listen. It says, the words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. Okay? The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. Now, when I read mischievous madness, I was like laughing so hard because I was like, yo, I'm going to just be saying people are mischievous madness when they're talking. That's crazy. And here's the thing. I know this phrase is truth because when Spirit speaks to me, when I'm receiving and writing, I get stuff like this all the time, like phrases that are like, what? Mischievous madness. So let me read the next verse. The labor of the foolish weareth every one of them, because he knoweth not how to go in the city. Okay? So let me break this a little bit down to you. 12, verse 12 says, the words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself, which means a fool will overtalk himself and it will sound like nonsense. He swallows up himself, literally. Okay? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what it says? If you don't have nothing to say, don't say nothing at all, because you risk looking like a fool. Okay? So the words of a fool will swallow up himself, while the words of a wise man is gracious. It makes sense. It flows. It resonates as truth. Okay? 13, the beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness. So when a foolish man talks, he begins off. It's like you sound crazy from the jump. You guys ever had conversations with people and they start talking? You're like, what are you talking about? Why are you even talking? There's no reason for you to even butt in this conversation. Okay? And then it continues and says, and the end of his talk is like mischievous madness. It means this fool entered the conversation, entered whatever it was to be mischievous in the first place. There was no good behind it. He was, in the Caribbean, they would say bad-minded to begin with. And it's madness. It's like, what are you talking about? Okay? A lot of you may think like, maybe I'm not smart enough because I don't get it because I haven't read all these ancient texts or I haven't studied so much. It's not you. Okay? When a true teacher is teaching, it's going to make sense. It's not hard. A true teacher can take any subject and break it down to be at the basic levels of understanding, because a true teacher knows it at the basic level of understanding. That's why they can teach it. Do you understand? It doesn't sound like nonsense. It doesn't sound like mischievous madness. Okay. Verse 14. A fool also is full of words. A man cannot tell what will be and what shall be after him who can tell him. Okay? That means he's talking. It's like, I don't know where you're going, where you're coming from. You're just rambling. You're just talking. Like, it's nonsense. Okay? Verse 15. The labor, the work, this act of the fool. So the labor of the foolish wearieth every one of them, because he knoweth not how to go to the city. So his very work wearieth everyone. So it actually makes you tired. You've ever been in a conversation talking to someone and when they're done, you're just like, what the heck was that about? You just drained? You just drained? You remember I did a video, for those who saw, again, watch it. I did the chemistry of the chosen ones, and I talked about noble gases. And I said, when two chosen ones, when two enlightened beings come together, they create this energy force that actually raises the vibration. So that means that if I join with another true chosen one, a light being, a spiritual being, it's going to raise my vibration. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to feel full of something, not depleted. So when you get out of these conversations, when you stop watching these videos and you feel like, oh, I need to take a nap, I feel depleted, they are not who they say they are, okay? It's mischievous madness, all right? Let's continue. So that was July 25th, right? So July 26th, my best friend was over So we had like a sleepover together, which, we've done before. And we'll meditate through the night. We'll meditate for days at a time. We'll wake up in the middle of the night, the same time exactly. And we know that we're being spoken to. I'll wake up, I'll be receiving stuff, and I'll tell her, write this down, write that down, vice versa. We were exhausted from the night before. And this particular rising, it was like, I don't know, 6 something. Okay. And we were both up, alert. And I just started like breaking stuff down about what I received about who we are, what's supposed to happen, what the ascension is, what's happening with twin souls, with Mama Universe, with Father Spirit, with brother, with daughter, all these things. I was breaking all this down, okay? And it was just resonating. Stuff was just flowing between the two of us, okay? And literally, I started talking about the emails that I was getting from people, the messages. And then I was telling her about what my father said about, Ecclesiastes. And we both started to get so upset and so disturbed. Like, how dare you, deceptors, deceive the chosen, knowing that you're doing this. Like, how dare you? These are our brothers and our sisters, okay? Our soul family, okay? How dare these people do this? And it was like this righteous indignation that was coming up through us. And I was getting so upset and disturbed. And we were writing. As she was talking, I was writing. She was receiving stuff. I was receiving stuff. And give me a moment, because I'm literally like hearing stuff and being told what to and what not to say. So I'm going to skip something. The next day, I woke up. I don't remember the time. It was early again, maybe 5, 6 again. And thank you, Stray Panther. I literally I'm not even looking at the chat, but I saw what you wrote. Let me pause and say this. I'm well aware of what my mission is. It's not something that Melanie, thank you so much for the donation, Matt Titan, that Melanie wants to do. This is something, anyone that knows me or knows my story knows that I have been in a place where I've been shut down and not able to communicate, okay? Where I'd rather not be doing this live, okay? Where I'd rather not be teaching publicly. I was fine in my career. I was fine with my life. However, my natal chart says something totally different. And all of the planets and all of the stuff that sits in certain houses, my numerological chart, all of this says that literally my job, my mission here is to expose truth, okay? I have my sun in 3 major places. I'm a communicator. I'm to expose truth. I'm here to teach, okay? So this is a divine assignment. I'm here on the authority of Mama Universe. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is not coming from Melanie. Because before this, I was on the phone with my best friend saying, how am I going to say this? And before this, I was on the phone with my teacher, one of my teachers, Sister Myra, and I said the same thing to her. And they both told me, you are here to do this, so you do it, okay? So let me say that this is not coming from me. This is something that I was told to do, okay? So in that, a lot of this information, I have some basic notes, but a lot of this information I'm directly being spoken through to you, because it's vital that those who are chosen to do this work, understand this at this time. All right? So let me continue. So let me tell you about the dream that I had. a dream that it was a dream, but it was like I traveled. So let me say this. There's a difference between dream and traveling. So I astral traveled to a realm, but there were so many symbols in it that were able to be decoded as a dream, which was done purposefully because I had to have understanding of exactly what was happening, okay, on a decoding level. So I'm going to take my time with this. In the dream, I was like an observer, but I was still there in this big, large park, outdoor park. And it was a lot of people. I don't know, like hundreds, maybe thousands of people, like almost like a concert. It was like a live concert. It's like I walked into and I saw like this live concert thing happening, but I was kind of like on the outside. Everything in the town was shut down. Like there were like shops, everything was shut down for this big, large concert thing. And I was like, what is going on? And everyone's eyes were like fixated on the stage. So I'm just like, who's on this stage? Now I saw about four people, but I couldn't really see who they were. Okay. So I was just like, who are these people? And everyone in the audience was like watching them, like, and you could see from the type of people in the audience that it was like a conscious group of people, okay? And they were watching these teachers, these conscious, woke teachers from this conscious, subconscious community on this stage speaking to them. And they were all like so excited to hear these teachers, these speakers teach. And so I was just like, wow, like there's really a lot of people here. Like, this must be a big deal. Okay, still confused because I'm not sure why I'm here, why I'm being shown this. Okay. And so then I noticed this man walking through the crowd. I immediately knew that it was an archon. Immediately. I just saw the aura around him. I just saw the energy around him. Okay. And it was different from everyone else. And so he's walking through. Now he doesn't see me, but he's walking through and I see him. And he's like moving people around. And people are just like moving. And I'm just saying, does nobody notice this being that doesn't look like anyone else? Like obviously something's different about him. Everyone's eyes were fixated on the stage, okay? Nobody notices him. So everybody's like here watching and I'm like off to the side, like looking like, yo, he's about to do something, okay? Now, let me rewind because of those that you have that know, I did a video on March the 30th entitled something about Deceptors, okay? I did a video March 12th that said that truth is going to be exposed. Watch out. Those who you think are one thing are going to be exposed as something else. These deceptors are real, okay? Okay, let me go back. So I'm watching this and I'm like, does no one see who he is? Why is nobody seeing this? Same thing happens in the video that the dream that I had March 30th, where I spoke about the deceptor the deceptors in that particular dream. Same thing is happening now. So the last dream, it was a classroom of people, maybe like 30, 40 people. This time was like thousands of people, okay? Thousands. Like I could even count the amount of people. And I'm seeing him weave through the crowd. And he's fixated, not on the people. He's not worried about them. He's knocking them over. He doesn't care about them. He's fixated on the four on the stage. Again, I was traveling to see something. However, there are dream symbols in here purposefully. Okay? Outdoor stage. So he's fixated on them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to do something to them. Nobody's saying nothing, nobody sees, but I'm told not to say anything, just to observe, okay? So I'm watching, and all of a sudden I see him do something, like do something with his hands. And literally, I see this smoke thing. It was a colorful smoke thing, okay? And like the people in the audience were like hyped up, like, wow, like it looked like the people on the stage had like this color coming from them. And I could tell the people in the audience thought like, wow, it's their aura, and it's like red and like these bright colors, right? And this smoke thing started hovering around them, but I see that as this archon doing it. He's the one doing it. And so the smoke thing is going around them, and I'm like, that's not good. Whatever's going on, no good's gonna come of that. And so those 4 people on the stage drop dead. Boom. Boom. Drop dead. And the people in the audience are kind of like confused, like, what's going on? So I'm like, oh, I need to get out of here. Okay? But I have to see what's happening. And so that smoke thing, now mind you, I can see what's happening with the smoke. They can't really see how it's moving. The smoke thing starts going, so if they're on the stage, it starts going around them like this. And I see that it's about to encompass the whole crowd of people. And so I hear Melanie, go to the buildings, go to the stores. And I know the stores are closed, but just like I am in this physical world, when spirit tells me to do something, I don't question it. Because I have learned that when I'm guided, I do it. Because it's always for my good. It's always for my protection. Okay? It's always from love. So I go to the storefronts, and I'm like, they're all closed. And I'm told, go to this one. So I go to this particular store, the door's open. Now, mind you, that smoke is covering, and I start seeing people dropping dead, dropping dead, dropping dead, dropping dead, falling, falling, falling. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. So part of me is like, is the smoke gonna get me? Like, what's going on? And I'm hearing, go in the building, go to the back, go this way, turn left, turn right, go up, go down. I'm being guided through this whole building, and I see the smoke is starting to come to the building that I'm in, right? So it's covering the whole area. You can't escape it, the whole area. So of course the door's open, the building that I went to, so of course it's gonna come in the building. And I know that, and I sense that, okay? Because that archon saw everyone else is focused but me. I'm the one person that's like, nah, I'm going this way, okay? So I get directed to a bathroom, okay? Another dream decoding. I go into the bathroom, and I'm like, now what? And I'm told it's gonna be okay. Boom. Okay? I rise up. It's maybe like days later. It's some time later. Okay? I don't know what happened outside. All I know is like, what happened? Why? Something happened, but I'm awake again. I've risen again. Okay? And in my mouth, here's another dream thing, but in my mouth is like a wad of like toilet tissue, and in my nose, it's like I have this thing covering me with wet toilet tissue, okay? And I'm like, what the heck? And I know that I was guided to get this wet toilet tissue and put it over my mouth, but I said, how can I breathe in this air that's now toxic with this wet toilet tissue? And then I was reminded, you remember that breathing technique that you learned? Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a little information. The second reason why I was told to go to New Jersey was due to a breathing thing that I may get into tonight, may not get into tonight. Okay. But I will do a video about the importance of breath and why we need to be breathing. What's going on with that right now? There's something that I also received about that, okay? So because I had learned this particular breathing technique, I was able to take in, through that tissue somehow, like little sips of air, and it was able to fill my lungs because my lung capacity had expanded so much that I was able to survive this attack. Okay? So apparently, while I was under, there was work that I was doing. I was making these garments or something I was making in this bathroom. Okay? And so my spirit team told me, take it off. Take the tissue out of your mouth. Take it out of your nose. I took this wad of stuff off of me. And I don't know what I did with it. I took it off. And so then I'm led from the bathroom down this hallway, and then I'm led into this big auditorium. And there's all these people there, but it's not that many people. It's not like the thousands of people, maybe like a few hundred people, maybe less than that, maybe like 100 people, a significantly smaller group. And all of the people in there had the same story. And they were like, oh my gosh, this thing happened in where I lived and I was saved. And these people were from all over the country, all over the world, okay? And they all had the similar story. And they all came to this auditorium with something, whether it was food or something. They all had something, and we were exchanging. So I was like, I have these garments for you. And they were like, I have this for you. And we were all exchanging stuff. And I was just like, I know who you guys are. You're the soul family. You survived. You're the chosen like me. You survived. You survived that attack. Did you see that archon? And they're like, yeah, I saw someone too. And this happened, but like I was led to do this and I was able to survive. And now we're all here. And we were like shocked, like we're all here together. Like, this is crazy. That was the energy. And I rose up. And when I told my best friend what was happening, I was like, oh my gosh, I had this dream. It was crazy. My heart was racing. I was telling her, I immediately started decoding because that's a gift that I have to be able to decode dreams. And so I knew what the stage represented, and I knew who the people on the stage, who they were. Excuse me, throat chakra. In a dream, when you have a dream about people on a stage, is representing the ego self, how they're presenting stuff to the world. It actually represents manipulation and deception. Look it up. You can go to, dream website, look up what it means. It literally means manipulation and deception on a stage. Okay, outdoor stage. That means it's manipulation and deception to the world. Okay? Bathroom represents healing. Okay? I was being led to a place of healing. Okay? That represents your inner work, your shadow work. Okay? That which is vital for you to ascend. I've been saying that all year long. Meditate, do your shadow work, heal. That is what's going to help you ascend. That is what's going to connect you. That is what's going to protect you. Because when you do that work, you're out of ego. You can't be an ego doing shadow work. You can't be an ego healing. It's not possible. So I was in the bathroom place for a while, shut down and protected. My spirit team protected me and guarded me when I was in that healing place. You guys get what I'm telling you. I've been saying since January, the first half of this year is what? Feminine energy, internal work. It's time to do your healing. Stop doing the external stuff. It's not 2020 vision in the beginning of the year. When you're in that healing space, when you're in that shadow work space, when you're in that feminine space, when you're in that eternal space, you are protected. You are held in protection. What do I say? You are guided, you are protected, you are loved. When it's time to come out, you'll be told when it's time to come out. When it's time for exposure, when it's the second half of this year, right? You'll be told when to come out. So when I rose up from that, where was I led to? The auditorium. What does the auditorium represent in a dream? The auditorium represents a place of teaching, of learning, of education, of expansion, of knowledge. Who was I with in that auditorium? I was with my soul family, the fact that there was such a small amount as compared to who was outside, these are, as the ancient text talked about, the spiritual humans, the spiritual beings. These are not my words, ancient text. Enlightened ones, chosen ones, light workers. That is such a small group as compared to the rest of the world who are, I'm talking about humans, who are physical beings and material beings. Okay? These are not my words. These are from the text that I've shown you guys and read multiple times. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you again. So I have the Nag Hammadi. It's in the Nag Hammadi. It's in on the Mayan calendar. It talks about it. The Mayan calendar even gives the number 144,000. Not saying 144,000 people per se, but it's that number, okay? Specifically. And the year 2012 was not in 2012 like we thought it was. Because the Egyptian calendar says different, right? It says this is 2012. The planets are saying something different. It's saying this is that particular energy. We are now in the Aquarius Age, okay? The ancient texts talk about the Aquarius Age, and I may go into that. I'm going to read something really quick. This is from the Tripartite Tractate. I'm going to show you this. Tripartite Tractate. 3 types of human beings. If you don't have the Nag Hammadi, get one. If you can't afford it, I have a free subscription, 60 days on Scribd. Download it. Read it. Okay? It talks about 3 types of human beings. Spiritual, physical, and material. The physical are straight deceptors. There are more of them than there are spiritual beings on this planet, on this plane, okay? Let me continue. I don't want to get off track. When I was telling my friend about this, she went down to the bathroom. 141 likes. That's spiritual work. Yes, the book is not easy to read. Again, and I read it. There's another ancient, the Dead Sea Scrolls, where these books are not meant to be read from cover to cover. Okay, don't let someone deceive you in that, and don't feel like I'm not smart enough because I can't read it. It's not meant to be read like that. You don't get this book and read it and become spiritual. You are spiritual because you are spiritual, and you have these texts to edify what you receive from the spiritual realm. That's it. That's it. You'll be shown where to go. You think I read this book from cover to cover? No, I don't need to. I was shown where to go, literally. All right? So don't be dismayed by that. And that's something I'm going to talk about as well. I'm going to read this really quick. This is from the Book of Secrets. The Book of Secrets, Dead Sea Scrolls, okay? 4th Qumran 301, Fragment 1. It says, I shall speak out freely, and I shall express my various sayings unto you. This is the sage speaking to the spiritual ones. And he said, those who would understand parables and riddles, okay? So you don't have to be able to read and fully understand everything. You're going to understand the parables and the riddles and stuff. This is why we can watch a movie and say, that's like us, because the movie is a riddle of who you are. It's a parable of your story, of your journey, okay? Not everyone gets it, okay? How many of you have been in the movie theater and you sat and you're watching and you're like, does anyone else understand what this is about, or see what this really is? Because everyone thinks it's about this, and I'm looking at it totally different. I can't watch a show or anything and I see the parallel with this spiritual journey in it. Okay, that is what makes you different, okay? And again, I outlined it in that series that I did on the soul family. Okay, so let me continue. So she went to the bathroom and she came upstairs and she was like, she did just like this. I just heard the word scum. And I said, what? And she said, I received that these deceptors are scum, that they are scum, that mama is not having it. She is not having it. I told you guys a month ago when this Cancer energy was coming in, remember we had 2 lunar eclipses, and right in the middle of the lunar eclipse, there was a solar eclipse, again, and the way that the planets were behaving. And I said, this is not normal stuff, guys. Any astrologer knows that this has never happened in the history of the world before, like it's happening now, the way that the planets are moving. Like, there's so much has been happening in the recent times with these planets, okay? And this energy that's coming forth, okay? And so there's series of feminine energy that has come down. Whether initially it was that Oya energy that was coming down with this, there was a lot of winds and stuff happening, and she was coming to wreak havoc. And then we had the mothering energy that was more, helping us through our healing process. Well, Big Mama came down, I like to say, with her big black leather belt. And she was like, I'm not having it. And I told you all, chosen ones, soul family, get your shit together now. Because she's not playing, okay? But the belt is not for you. The punishment is not for you. The wrath is for the scum. The wrath is for the deceptors. The woe is on the deceptors. Because she's also like, I'm done. Enough is enough. I've seen it. I've seen the energy. I felt the energy. She said, enough is enough. I'm sick of what they are doing to my daughter. This planet Earth, what's happening, okay? Because it's not Mother Earth. It's feminine energy, but it's daughter Earth, okay? She said, I'm sick of what's happening. She's over it. Enough is enough. She's fed up. And she's here to wreak havoc. This whole thing, life as you know it will never be the same again. Not because things are changing, it's because she's like, enough is enough. The ancient texts talked about this. That's what's happening now. Thank you, Takini, for the donation. I appreciate it. Okay? She came down, and literally, it's almost like as I was talking to my friend, it's almost like the way, there's an app that you can look at the planets and the stars in the sky. And if you will look at it, you will literally see like all the planets lining up neatly. It's so weird to see that. It was since the beginning of the year. They were all lined up in Capricorn. They're all lined up in this. They're all lined up in various things, various energies that are coming through. Capricorn, that's royal priest energy. Okay, that's royal priest right there. So we started off the year with this. It's almost like she was like, y'all out the way. I'm here to do what I have to do. And the planets were like, all right, mama, all right. Do what you got to do. And that's when I said the veil is lifted. Time is up for the nonsense. You don't have no excuses. Everything is wide open. Mercury has been in retrograde a couple of times so far this year. We're going retrograde 4 times this year. I did a video talking about why the chosen needs to love Mercury retrograde, because it's going to expose everyone. Those soothsayers can't speak. They can't soothe you anymore. They can't speak eloquently anymore. They can't cover up their shit anymore. And so exposure has to happen. Mercury just went into retrograde. Exposure has to happen. Exposure's been having left and right. Everyone is getting exposed. Everyone. If you're doing your work and you're a chosen one, you're going to get exposed, but your exposure is different. Your exposure is for you to be exposed, to speak the truth, to teach the truth, to heal, to do your soul mission work. That's your exposure. But if you are a deceptor, woe unto you. Wrath is coming upon you. This is facts. We are seeing it left and right, because how many people you looked up to is now being exposed for the truth of who they really are. This is no joke. Time is up. And what's happening is that you have these archon energies that are trying to take out the chosen. They're trying to stop you from speaking truth. They're trying to stop those from healing. They don't want you to ascend. They don't want you to do your work, because if you do your work, then it's over for them. So they don't want you to succeed. They're trying to deceive you. That is a job, to deceive you. I said in March, don't be shocked when your favorite YouTuber all of a sudden runs scared. Don't be shocked when your favorite Facebooker or whoever it is, your favorite teacher, flips the script on you. Because in the first place, you shouldn't have been following their ass in the first place, because you should have been connected enough to yourself to discern which was truth from untruth. Period. Okay? I want to read something to you about these soothsayers that I read before. Thank you so much for the donation, U.S. Michael Harrell. I want to read to you. I want to read a couple things to you. So these are not, again, this truth has to be exposed. It has to come to surface. This is Leo season, exposure, sun. Okay? You can't hide anymore. You can't hide. And those of you who try to hide under magic potions and spells and bullshit to try to deceive this, I'm so sick of, it hurts me to my heart, and it makes me angry every time I speak to someone in a consultation or reading and they tell me that somebody told them to do some ritual because they were suffering financially, and they did some financial ritual and it messed them up. It pisses me off. Because these people are seeking money, they're seeking fame, they're seeking acclamation, or whatever the hell they're seeking, but they're not seeking to get you to connect to who you are so you can ascend. They are money whores. They do not serve the same thing you serve. They're not from the same place you're from. It pisses me off to see my family deceived. If you think it pisses me off, it's pissing off the very source that we're from, because she's fed up. It's a wrap. I'm going to read this to you. Woe to you who hope in the flesh and in the prison that will perish. For all of you who are all about this, I got to get my bag and blah, 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 money this and money that. You so focused on money. Like, we older than that, family. We predated money. We predated money. Money wasn't a thing. I tell you over and over again, stop asking for money. Your spirit team doesn't understand money anyway. They're like, what the is money? You need provisions, you'll get it. Get on your path, do your work, provisions will overflow to you. I'm not making this up. I have numerous students who will tell you that. They get on that path, they start doing their work. I get emails, Melanie, I just got to check. This happened, that happened. They have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. They have so much provision, they don't know what to do with it. People are getting homes, people are getting cars. People are getting all kind of stuff when they're on their path, provision. Spirit doesn't respect money. That don't make no sense. Think about it. Think about it, family. Think about it. How old is money? What did they use before? What did they use 10,000 years ago? You think they were using money? So how are you doing some ritual asking your spirit team for money? How you doing some special, I'm calling shit out right now. How you doing some special burning. I don't even know the rituals and stuff out here to get more money. Why are you focused on getting money? You chasing money? Why are you? If you chasing money, you're chasing the wrong thing. Maybe you're not who you think you are. You following the wrong one. I'm not chasing no money because I'm older than that shit. I'm older than money. For real, I can have anything I want on this planet. Period. So I'm chasing after some fiat currency, some paper that's backed by it's paper. I'm chasing that. Why are you chasing it? Get on your path to your work. You will have every provision that you need. Facts. I'm not making this up. Woe to you who hope in the flesh and in the prison that will perish. You hope in your flesh. You hope in this body that you have, right? I gotta be this and that. I gotta look like this. I gotta, hook my body up and look a certain way. And this prison, your hope is in that, not in what you should be doing. How long will you sleep and think that what is imperishable will also perish? Your hope is based upon the world, and your God is this present life. It's telling you that your God, those people's gods. I literally heard in a receiving money gods. It's not this. They on some other stuff. They're with some other gods, some money gods, some lower vibrational being entities. That's who they follow. That's who they worship. Okay. In my dream, that archon had those 4 teachers on the stage. Those 4 teachers belonged to that archon because they followed that archon energy. The archon told them what to do and was like, look, I'm going to set you up. I'm going to have you have a lot of followers. You're going to be popular and famous and have all the money. And they were like, I'll sign on to whatever you say. They don't even know what they're messing with. Because guess what? That same archon took them out. They sold whatever soul they had to that very being who was like, I don't care about none of y'all. So he killed them too. This is what's happening right now. Let me continue. You laugh and rejoice in mad laughter. You do not perceive your destruction. Neither do you perceive your plight, nor have you understood that you dwell in darkness and death. They don't perceive it until it's too late. They don't perceive it until mama catches their ass and scares the shit out of them. That's what she'll do. She's like, oh, you want to play around and give my children magic rituals and all kind of stuff and confuse them? I'm going to really scare your ass. Go to sleep tonight. Watch what happens. Then they wake up shitless because the very thing that they talk about, the very spiritual stuff that they talk about, they have never experienced a day in their life. And the minute they experience, now they're scared. Now they want to run back to the church and tell you to run back to the church. Because they were messing around with something they had no business messing around with because they were never spiritual beings in the first place. The ancient texts also talk about that. There was a sage that said, why you want to learn this? Oh, is it for fame? It literally, the Dead Sea Scrolls says that. I'll read it. I'll read this. Why I like the Dead Sea Scrolls? Because this was not tampered by any church. It was not tampered by nobody. These scrolls came out of the earth and was spread all around. Nobody tampered with it. It says, now what good is the riddle to you who search for the origin of knowledge? What the hell? Why you need to know about this? It's not your business. You're going to search it and be scared as hell because you're going to go into places you have no business going without protection. So mama's like, oh, they want to play around? All right. You want to mock my children? All right. You want to tell my children false stuff? You want to tell my children lies about this corona thing? All right. I got your ass. I got your ass. You want to play around? I got you. Because she's not here to play. She did not come to play. Please understand that. Because real spiritual beings, we know what it is. We've been here enough. We're not scared. We are not scared at all. We've seen stuff. We have really seen stuff. We have really experienced stuff. So that stuff don't scare us. When people get scared, it's because they really haven't seen it or experienced it. They just talking about it because someone else said it. They're creating content. They're content creators. They'll watch someone's YouTube channel that may have a few subscribers, right? And then they'll talk about it like it's their thing because they have 1 million followers or whatever the hell it is. And they'll talk about it like it's authentic to them. And then people will come to them because they're like, wow, they must know what they're talking about, even though they're speaking mischievous madness and speaking all over the place. How you come on YouTube speaking, what the hell are you saying? You're just talking nonsense for like a whole whatever. I was shown a video. Again, I don't watch YouTube. On my Spirit Doula channel, it's like videos of, I think I watched a video of cats and something else. So like the things that come my algorithm are like cats or like food, vegan food or something. This one video popped up and I don't follow people. So this one video popped up. I'm like, who the hell is this? And I'm listening to the person, no lie. After the first minute, I said, I don't listen to this no more. And my friend was like, no, let's listen. She felt prompted to listen. And I was like, I cannot. This is madness. He was just talking in circles. What are you talking about? What have you taught me in 20 minutes? What have I learned in 20 minutes? Is mischievous madness, you deceptor. You too will be exposed. You too will be exposed. You fraud. You money whore. It says, I'm continuing. You love the garment you wear, although it is filthy. You love your physical self so much, but it's filth. Okay? In the eyes of the Most High, it is filth. You have been gripped by non-existent hope. You have believed in what you do not know. You don't even know this truth. It wasn't given to you. Stop acting like you know what you're talking about. Stop confusing people. Stop confusing people. Family, you don't need to know about freaking artificial intelligence and bullshit that you don't need to. Listen, this stuff is not for you What the hell do you care about it? Who cares who is a this or a draconian or I don't know what the hell, what planet they're from. Who gives a shit? If it doesn't come to you, if you're not told it in your own private meditation, if your spirit team family doesn't tell you, leave it the hell alone. It's not for you to know. If you're not prompted to read it, if you're not prompted to know it, leave it alone. You tapping into stuff you have no business tapping into because they're tapping into stuff they have no business tapping into. You're following them. When they fall to pieces, now you're left confused. Okay? Who cares? Artificial intelligence, you think that shit is new? Man, we were flying around this place before. These devices, there ain't nothing new about these devices. This is old. This is old. Computers, this is old. We were talking with our brains before, with our minds. Ain't nothing, what you scared for? Don't get caught up. Don't be deceived. Stop being deceived. Think. I want you to think. Okay. It says, you have believed in what you do not know. It's talking about these deceptors. You all live in bondage, but pride yourself in your freedom. You have baptized your souls in the water of darkness. You have pursued your own wishes. That means you're not pursuing what you're being. There's no source that is telling you what to do to help people ascend. You're doing this for your own wishes, right? That's what they're doing it for. That verse number is 144. Not even joking. Look, can you guys see it? These are the codes. This is the information that's encoded in these ancient texts for us to see, for us to read, for us to receive, so that we have this knowledge at this time. I'm going to read something else. This is from the treatise the treatise on resurrection. Thought and minds will not perish. It says, we are chosen for salvation and redemption. It's the time for the chosen ones to be redeemed. It's time for daughter Earth to be redeemed. Okay? We're talking about, let's break it down to this third dimension. We're talking about the melanated woman who is at the bottom of society, who is the most disrespected and most dishonored in society, when the opposite is true. Science tells you that the opposite is true. It is time for redemption. Mama's coming back to redeem. Okay? It says, since the beginning, it was determined. Okay? This is why these ancient texts talked about now, because they knew the sages, the prophets from 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 10,000 years, 20,000 years knew this time would come. Okay? It was already predetermined that we would not fall into the folly of the ignorant, but we would enter into the understanding of those who know the truth. Let me tell you something. For those who have contacted me, for those, forget who contact me or not, for those who feel like I feel misled, I'm confused, what do? You will not be misled. The truth will be revealed to you, because there are those of us like me who is here to speak the truth and who's here to expose the truth. And we're going to expose it, and you will know what is truth. Okay? Do not dismay. Do not be disheartened. Okay? Let me continue. I was talking about the scum, and what she received is that the scum. Thank you so much, One Miss Loving Life. Thank you so much, I Seek, for the donation. And all those who donated, I said I was not going to be looking in the chat because I want to stay focused on this, okay? The definition, I looked at the definition because she received the word. And in my scientific mind, I said, let's break this down, because whenever spirit gives you information, let me tell you something. I always say there's no difference between spirit and science. No, there's no difference. No difference. It all relates. It is all truth. Truth is truth. It backs each other up. So when she said she received the word scum, I looked it up and I got low, vile, worthless people, you low vibrational archon beings, and you low vibrational people who are being used by archons, you vile, worthless human. Okay? She received this message. I'm going to read it to you. She said they are intentionally deceiving the chosen who are at this time seeking truth. So you who are at this time, you're seeking truth because you woke up. You're aware now. And your heart is like, there's a desire for you to seek knowledge and truth. It's also written in the text that you would desire knowledge and truth at this time. And you're doing that, and you're doing it innocently. You don't know what to do. So you're Googling, am I crazy? Spiritual awakening. My hands are vibrating. What is the third eye? You're Googling these things. You're YouTubing it in your innocence. And you're coming up with information, all this information. You think these archons, you think these deceptors didn't know? You think they don't know? They knew you would wake up at this time. They knew you would become aware at this time. You think they didn't purposely plan to try to deceive you? And stop this nonsense. I'm gonna say this again. Stop this nonsense that it's the white people doing it. You kidding me? Let's talk for real for a moment. They're not that stupid. If it was that easy and all Black people are soul family and chosen ones and all white people are the devil or evil, that's easy. We could just be like, oh, all those people are to deceive us and all the Black people are good. No, think. For the past 20 years, everybody basically worshiped Oprah Winfrey. She was everything, and she has all these spiritual teachers and Super Soul Sunday and Deepak Chopra and all these Ayala Van Zant, all these Deceptors, all these people. And Oprah's spiritual now. one of the biggest archons out there. So I have to think, anyone attached to her, I'm not messing with them. Two things. Either they're deceptor with her, or they're being used by the archon that she is, or she's being used by, or they're just not doing their spiritual work and can't even discern who she is. And either way, I'm not messing with them. You see the pictures, who she's hugged up with. You think because she's black and she got a big nose and nappy hair, that she's a soul family, that she's soul family, soul sister? No, don't be deceived. Let's talk about another one. President Obama. Let's talk about him for a big hot minute. Because what? All you black people that love him so much, I may be hurting your feelings, I really don't care. All you black people who love him so much, what did he do for you? Because while you were loving him, all the little black children in Detroit were still being poisoned. And while you were loving him, a bunch of black men were still getting locked up for selling marijuana, even though it was legal in a bunch of states. And while you were loving him, a lot of black HBCU schools were getting shut down. And while he was the savior of the black people, a lot of black people were suffering. So why were you worshiping him so much? Think, deception. It's an illusion. It's to catch you up. It's to distract you. Understand what this is. And all of you who are caught up in the whole thing of you hate Donald Trump, at least Donald Trump donated millions of dollars to black colleges because he's not black. So we hate him? Nah, let me tell you, exposure. Because he's been the one that's been exposing all these people, and you guys are falling for the okie doke because CNN and whoever's saying that he's a racist, who gives a shit? He's doing what he has to do for you chosen ones at this time, and he's exposing people for who they are. He's exposing the pedophiles, he's exposing the churches, he's exposing all these deceptors and archons, and you want to hate him because he's racist? Because who cares if he doesn't like black people? I don't care who he likes. I don't care if he doesn't like any people. He's doing his job. And you, soul family, should shut your mouths and stop speaking against the one that's doing their job to help you see who is who right now. I digress. No, I'm going to come back there. Because I had a conversation with someone today, right before this live, who told me something, because I don't watch the freaking news. And again, my algorithms are really basic. You go on my Instagram page, I don't follow anybody. So I don't see stuff. And there was a woman, a doctor, who was exposing the whole coronavirus stuff. They immediately started discrediting her. But Donald Trump was backing her up. And then he had to go apologize or whatever the hell he was doing. Because he said there's a tree that cures it. They may take this video down. I hope whoever is listening to this is supposed to listen to this. Because I will tell you something. I will never forget, back in 1998, I was in my class with Dr. Van Sertima, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. After class, I would go to the front of the class, and it was me and this other girl. We were his mentees, and we would talk to him. She was from Nigeria. Her father was a scientist. So at that time, people who came from Nigeria, they had money. Her father was a major scientist in Nigeria. And she said, my father discovered the cure for sickle cell years ago. Everyone knows about it. There's a plant that grows in West Africa that cures sickle cell. And I was like, what? Because there's mad black people in America with sickle cell. Why doesn't he promote it here? And she says because the pharmaceutical company he works for basically owns him. And when he said he wanted to bring this cure to America, they were told that there's not enough of a population to invest the money in it. There's no such thing as dis-ease. It's only low vibration. Everything on this planet is healed by herbs. That is a fact. There's science to back it up. There's science to back it up. So Donald Trump, who doesn't have a filter, okay, speaks freely, said some stuff. He spoke some truth and had to recant it. And when she spoke some truth, he backed it up and had to recant it. But you guys get caught up in an okie doke. Your eyes are being open at this time. Your ears are being open at this time for a reason. Okay? Let's continue. I need some water. I need to take a moment and cool down. Yes, Stray Panther, if you're powerful enough, you can be cured by your thoughts. Absolutely. Peace Cutlet is if you are doing your work, if you are meditating, if you are connecting to your higher self, you will receive the answers. You will receive truth. Or when you're told something that's untruth, it just won't resonate with you. What do I mean by resonate? Because everybody uses that word resonate, and I swear like 90% of them don't know what it means. Resonance. So I'll give you the basic understanding of it. If you think about a heart monitor that beeps like this, okay? If you put two heart monitors simultaneously. So let's think about if anyone who's ever had a baby, and when they put the heart monitor on a baby and the heart monitor on a mom, you see two heartbeats, okay? They're looking at the resonance. If the beats are going in tune with each other. If the baby's is going too fast, or the mom is going too fast, or one is going too slow, they're looking for resonance. So family, we are at similar frequencies. We are vibrating in similar frequencies, okay? So when you come in contact with a true soul family member, a true chosen one, a true light worker, there's resonance. There's resonance. You are vibrating at the same frequency. That means the words that I say sound familiar to you. My face looks familiar to yours. My voice is familiar. There's something that's familiar. That's how you can become such close friends with somebody you just met, or you can truly love someone you just met. You don't know them because you're resonating. There's resonance at the same frequency. So the next time somebody uses the words resonate, ask them, do they know what it means? Because that's what it means, okay? So things have to resonate with you. If you are listening to someone and you are confused and it doesn't make sense, then it doesn't resonate with you. It's not for you. Walk away, okay? Two things. Either they're a deceptor or you're not prepared to hear that. But most of the time, it's just that they're a deceptor, okay? Because even if it's knowledge that you've never heard of before, you still kind of want to hear it. And not out of ego wanting to hear it, not because I want to hear it just in case something happens and I need to protect myself, because what did they say to do to protect myself from this thing? Vibrate high, guys. If you vibrate high, nothing can touch you. You chosen ones, nothing can touch you. You are here on a mission. Mission has to be fulfilled. Period. Period. And those people that are out there creating content off of true chosen ones, you don't have the authority to talk on stuff. You don't have the right. It's like, back in the day when somebody said, yo, mama, and it's like, take my mother's name out your mouth. Take my mother's name out your mouth. Don't talk about Mama Universe. You don't have the authority. You don't have the right. You don't have the right to do that. You don't have the right to talk to my brothers and sisters crazy. Stop talking to them crazy, because I also hear that people contact people for consultations and they're talked in a demeaning way. You don't have the right. You don't have the authority to do that. You don't have the right. So leave my brothers and sisters alone and take my mother's name out your mouth. How about that? You scum. you money whore, you soothsayer, you archon being. You don't have the authority, you don't have the power, which means you don't have the protection, which means you're vulnerable. You might want to just chill back and just do the regular shit you were doing before. All right? Because it is written, woe unto you. Double woe when you know what you're doing. It is written, there's a wrath on your head. You think it's a joke. Keep messing around. Everyone's getting exposed right now. You can't hide. You can't hide. You can't hide behind your words with your mischievous madness. You can't hide behind your followers with that. Gives a shit about that. You think that spirit gives a shit about how many followers you have? Are you serious? Three things, soul family, I want you to know. Three things. Number one, you are protected. You are protected. Talking to my soul family. You may feel lost, but you're in the right place. Everyone who I get on do a reading with and they say, Melanie, I'm lost. I say, you're in the right place. Because you have to get lost in order to be found. For those of you who are following people and they flip the script and now they have confused you and you put your trust and faith and invested your thousands of dollars into them, it's okay. You are protected. You will get it back. It was supposed to happen. It was part of your journey. You had to learn about this. Perhaps because you have to come back as a teacher and teach the truth. Who knows why? You are protected. Remember that. There's nothing they could have done to you but hurt your feelings. And because they hurt your feelings, because they did something to you, it's woe onto them. And you know what I'm talking about. Because you know, chosen ones, you know, soul family, that people, when they do stuff to you, something just always happens to them. You know that, right? Number two, you are always guided. You are protected, number one. Number two, you are guided. You are always guided. The journey can be confusing. The journey can be confusing. It can be stressful. It's not easy. It's not easy when people start calling you names. It's not easy when people are like, oh, you all spiritual now, da, da, da. Come back down to earth. It's not easy when your family's mocking you. Or you don't eat pork anymore. Why are you always reading those books? Why you gotta meditate every day? What's the spiritual bath? Why are you wearing crystals? It's not easy. It's not easy waking up every night, 3 to 5 a.m. It's not easy feeling the most stuff happening to your body. You don't know what it is, and you go to the doctor and they're like, nothing's wrong with you, and you just, what is happening to me? It's not easy. That part is not easy. But know that you are guided. You will not be led astray. It cannot happen. You will not be led astray. You are still on your path. You may have veered off a little bit, but you're still on your path. Do you understand? You're not going to fall off. You're not going to be misled somewhere else down the wrong road. It's not possible. You have a whole entire spirit team. Number three, you are loved. You have a whole entire spirit team. I've done readings with people, and it's like a legion of people. Energy is just coming through. And the message is love. Tell her love. Tell him peace. We are here. We are here. You are loved. You are protected. We know you don't hear us. That's because you haven't been practicing listening to us, but we are here. We show you. We keep showing you the numbers. We show you feathers. We showed you money. We're high-pitched sounds in your ears. You don't have tinnitus. We show you things. You see stuff out of the corner of your eyes. It's us. We are here. We love you. We are with you. We have been with you since before the beginning of your current life. We have never left you. You are loved. Know that. Know that anyone who wrongs you, we're going to take care of it. You don't deal with it. You let us deal with it. You tell us. Even if you don't tell us, we got your back. You are loved. Do you understand that? You are not alone. You're not crazy. You are loved. There's a love that is unexplainable, that is surrounding you, that is protecting you, that is always with you, that is guiding you, that is surrounding you, that is nothing, that is the love of creation. You are loved. You may be the only one in your city. You may be the only one in your state. I've had people that say, Melanie, I feel like I'm the only one in my country. I feel so alone. You are loved. Understand that. You are uniting back with your brothers and your sisters, with your soul family. And it's happening right now. And your soul family loves you because they loved you before this lifetime. They love you no matter what. There's nothing you can say. I tell people there's nothing you can say that you did in your life. I don't care that you were arrested. I don't care that you sold drugs. I don't care that you did all these things. I don't care. I love you because you are my family. That is a true love. Know this. I'm going to tell you a list of things not to do. Okay. Thank you so much for the donation. Cartlet is. There's this heat that is like all over me right now. I promise you my AC is on. I'm just like, okay. The list of things not to do. Do not pay people to talk to your ancestors for you. Do not pay someone who says, I can talk to your ancestor. I'm a medium. I can speak to them and tell you what they're saying. I can speak to your spirit guides for you. Don't give them another one of your pennies. Don't give them your energy. Don't watch them. Nothing. Because the only thing that someone should be telling you is that I can teach you how to speak to your ancestors, how to speak to your spirit guides. You don't have to pay me to do that. I can help you, but I'm going to teach you how to do it. Why? How does someone have the right to speak to your ancestor and you can't? They don't even know you. Let me say this. Your spiritual space is the most vulnerable space. Stop trusting everybody with it. It tells your future, your past, or your shadow stuff. There's so much information in there. Stop opening yourself up for people because you want information like this. Do the work. It will come to you. You want to know about your past life? Do your work. Meditate, connect. You will have the dreams. You will know. You will have a dream of you dying or something happening. Why do you need to know anyway? Who cares what you were in your past life? Why is that really relevant? When it's relevant, you will be told, okay? For example, I had to be told about a specific past life I had because I had to understand the connection of a teacher that I had in this life. I didn't have to go seeking it. It came to me in a meditation who he was. And I told him who he was, and it resonated with him because it was truth. Another time, I was told who I was in a past life because Spirit told me, this girl is not your friend. Even though you knew her since you were 14, she's your enemy. You not listening, Melanie? We're going to show you. Because she set you up to die in your past life, and you were shot in the face because of her. I didn't have to ask. Spirit showed me that. It came to me in a dream. Stop trusting people with your spiritual space. Let me tell you something. Before I do any readings, and anyone who has had a reading with me knows, I meditate 15 minutes before. And if Spirit says no, I will cancel in a minute. And I will give your money back. Number one, I got to protect my spiritual space. So if you're not right, you're not right. Number two, if your spirit team is like, not tonight, I'm not forcing it. It's not about the money. It really isn't. It's not that deep. I give refunds. I don't have a no refund policy. I ask permission. I ask your spirit team, is it okay? And then when I speak to you on your reading, I say, thank you. It's an honor. And I tell people, your spiritual space is vulnerable. Protect it. Everyone doesn't belong there. Have patience. Some stuff you just don't need to know right now, okay? And sometimes you don't know what you're tapping into. Because not all your ancestors are right. I'm sorry. If you had an ancestor, we're talking about their spirit, and his spirit was a pedophile, you really trying to call him in? If his spirit was an axe murderer, you really trying to call him in? Think about it. Who you calling in? Who's that person that says, I can get, you want to speak to that person? I can connect to them. Stop it. Number two, stop paying for money rituals. Stop it. Stop it. Because you are chasing something that is physical 3D. If you're supposed to have it, you will have it. The only thing you should be requesting is provisions. If you're supposed to get it, you will get it. You will not die. You will not starve. Okay? If you're doing your work, you will be fine. I have story after story after student who tells me these things. You chasing money, you're going to get a ritual that was created by someone who follows a money god, money whore. Stop it. Stop attaching yourself to these archons, this energy. Spirit does not understand money. It's too ancient. That makes the most basic sense. Think about it. Why are you so desperate for money? Be desperate for your spiritual journey, and it will come. It will come to you. It will overflood you. I'm telling you. I'm not making this up. I understand what it's like not to have money. I have 3 daughters. I got a whole divorce, and I didn't have money. I could show my tax returns. I was audited by the IRS because I was told to go to Colombia, got on a plane. I didn't know how I paid my rent for this first month. My friends can tell you, I know how I was paying my rent. And Spirit said, you're going to be okay. You're going to have a nice apartment. You're even going to have a chef. And I was like, I remember telling my mother, I said, Mommy, I'm going to have a chef. And she was like, how you going to afford a chef in South America? You don't have money. You don't have a job. And I said, that's what I was told. Those things came to me. I didn't ask for money. I wasn't chasing money. I just said, shoot, I'm gonna get a chef. I'm gonna have a dope apartment. I promise you, I have receipts on my bank account. Literally, the week before I moved to Colombia, that was like $48. I have pictures of the chef that I had. Because Spirit said, you got to do some major work in Colombia. You got to connect to who you are. You got to do some work that's going to be hellish. My first month, I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. I said, I can't do this anymore. It was too much. That's why I had the chef, because somebody had to feed my daughters. I had a friend there that was able to take my daughters out, who saw that I was stressed and didn't understand, and took my daughters somewhere. I needed that because I had to come out of this country, out of this place, in order to connect to who I was, because I was too distracted here. By the end of that year, when I gave my tax accountant my money, she said, "This says you made $4,800 in a year." And I was like, "Yeah." The IRS audited me. They said, "How'd you do that? How'd you spend $23,000? You only made $4,000?" And I said, "I don't know. I didn't chase money. I just followed what I was told to do. I just followed my path." Do you understand? I didn't have money. I didn't have money. I did not have money in my bank account when I was there. But every time rent was due, money would come just enough for rent. Every week, I would have enough money, just enough for food. I promise you that. I have receipts to prove that. I didn't chase the money. Stop chasing the money. You guys are chasing the money. Stop doing that, because you will get the money, but at what cost? Everything has an energy exchange. You will get the money, but at what cost? And I'm not saying that all people that are, sometimes there's some spiritual humans that get caught up, and they may say this money ritual because someone else talked about a money ritual, and they kind of get caught up in it. For those teachers of you who know you are spiritual humans, I want you to think for a second. You have a job on your head. If you're a teacher, you have a responsibility. You really do. I need you to think for a moment. Stop teaching people on money and start teaching them on provision, and start teaching them to do their work. Okay? Number 3. Do not believe you are too new to this to be powerful. Do not let anybody tell you, "Oh, you've only been woke for 2 months. Oh, I've been woke for 10 years, so I know more than you." There's some woke people that are like in their 70s that don't know shit. They read all the books. They've been to Bobby Hemmett, Dr. Delbert Blair, Ivan Van Sertima. Okay, they've been to all the lectures and they don't know nothing. And there are some of you who I know personally who just woke up and like, "Yo, Melanie, this mad stuff is happening. I'm seeing these people and all these things. What's going on?" I'm doing stuff and stuff is moving and I'm able to move stuff with my mind. And how is this possible? Okay? Stop believing you're too new and that you need to have read 10 million thousand books and have gone to all the seminars and had to study. Stop thinking that. You think Spirit cares about that? You will know what you need to know when you need to know it, period. If you need to know ancient knowledge, you'll be told ancient knowledge. I was given I had a deity come to me, and she told me about the universe in one meditation overnight, told me who I was, told me about the triangle, told me about the shapes, told me about this hexagon shape, told me everything in one night. Stuff, there's no possible way I could have known that the triangle is the strongest shape in the universe, and that the hexagon is the most complete, strongest shape, which is why the beehive is made of this very shape. How would I know that? I'm not a chemist. I was told what I needed to know so that I can do what I had to do. That was 3 years ago. Okay? So don't believe that you're too new to be powerful. Don't believe that. Number 4, I think it's number 4. Do not think that you need to be woke for years to have power. So that's a play on that. Do not think that you need to be woke. Do not think that you need to do 10 million meditations and you have to do like 50 million yoga classes in order to work your powers to be a healer. Don't think that. When it's your time to start healing, it'll happen. Your hands will start radiating. Let me tell you, I have a student who in January started my first academy class. January. I think she did a reading in November. And I said, "Oh, you're a healer." And she was like, "What?" She was like, "Well, I am." And I said, "Yeah, you are a healer. You are to heal people. That's what you do. You're gonna heal them with herbs and stuff. Raise their vibration." And I said to her, "You're gonna have practice, and it's gonna be a hard practice. And that practice is going to be with somebody close because it's going to scare you enough to activate that healing ability in you that is going to cause you to heal." Okay? No joke. If she's on this slide, you can say that is you. She can back me up. She calls me, I don't know, maybe weeks later. Let me rewind. She said to me, before we did the reading, she said, "I don't have money." Spirit said, "It's okay." She said, "I can make you some shea butter cream." I said, "It's okay." Spirit told me I need to talk to you about something. She did the reading. I told her who she was. A couple weeks later, she DM'd me crying. "Oh my God, Melanie." I get that all the time. And she said, "My daughter is sick. I don't know what to do." I said, "Well, you're a healer. I told you this will happen. What do I do?" I said, "What do you have in your house? What do you have in your house?" I said, "These are the basic things. You have some oils." She said, I forgot which oil she said. She said, "I only had like a few oils." I said, "What a coincidence. Those are the oils that you need." I said, "I need you to make a concoction. You have castor oil, get some castor oil. I need you to make this concoction with those, I think, 3 oils." She said, "How much do I use?" I said, "I'm not telling you. My students know I'm not giving you all the information. You're going to tell me." I said, "Ask." She was like, "Ask who?" I said, "Ask. You are the healer. I want you to, when you have the dropper in your hand, ask, how many drops of lavender do I need?" We are literally on Instagram video, right? And she's like, I heard 6. I said, "Then put 6 in." And so we did that with the oils. And then I told her where to massage it. I said, "This is lymphatic system. These are the lymph nodes. Massage it here." I did like a really, you guys know I can't draw. I did an ugly drawing. Said, "This is where you massage it." Her daughter was well the next day. She wasn't sick anymore. Again, she just woke up. November, had a reading. January, she's already healing. And she's been healing since then. She didn't go to no special healing course. She didn't have a certificate in essential oil aromatherapy. She didn't go to no Reiki class. She did none of that stuff because that's who she is. Months. It was months. She said to me, "Melanie, I received something about copper, and I put copper on my." She's like, "Oh, I'm about this life." She started taping copper pennies to her kids' feet and some stuff. She was like, "You think this is crazy?" I said, "No, go ahead, do it. I'm gonna do it too." This is before all the revelation with copper started coming out. So again, you don't have to be doing this for a long time for your powers to activate. You just have to believe. Stop doubting. Don't doubt. If you're my student, you have no space to doubt because I'm going to tell you, go for it. That's what you were told to do it. Whatever it is. Whatever Spirit tells you to do it. If Spirit told you to run around your house naked 3 times, why are you asking me? Do it. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't doubt your powers. Don't run around your house naked. But you're getting arrested. Number 5. This is important. I hesitated on speaking on this, but I'm going to speak on it. F it. I done said enough already, right? Oh, 222 in the chat. I mean, in the room. Stop doing these cutting cords rituals. Stop it. Because you sick of your baby daddy or your baby mom keep putting you on child support, or you want to get this ex out of your life, or whatever the hell it is. Somebody told me that they did a reading and the person was going to give them a cutting cord ritual, but they asked me first. And when you email me and you say, Melanie, I just want to ask you first, anyone can attest to it that have gotten an email back from me. I say, you're asking me because you want me to confirm what you already know. And what you already know is that it's not the right thing to do. So I said, who are you supposed to cut the cord to? My ex-husband, or I forgot it was, fiance or whatever, ex-fiance. I said, Spirit automatically said, no. That's a relationship that's from past life. I said, who told you to cut that cord? Well, they getting on my nerves and blah, 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 blah. We always fighting. Who do you think you are that you can determine who you cutting the cord to? And who did you speak to? Who the hell they thought they were that they can tell you to cut cords to somebody that you came back in his lifetime to heal a relationship from? That person is a deceptor, or they dumb as hell. Because here's the thing. If you had a past relationship with this person, understand this, your past lives, it is not about you. That is your ego self. It is about you, one part of you, and all of your past lives. It's a team effort. Your higher self, that's comprised of all of your past lives, is a team effort. Stop thinking it's about you. It's not about Melanie. It's Melanie and all those past lives. They messed up and they were like, this time we're going to get it right through Melanie. So Melanie, you got to deal with that relationship, because in the past life, I cut them off because I didn't want to deal with them. Now you got to deal with that energy. So how do I have the right to say I don't want to deal with it? Because in my past life, Mary didn't want to deal with it, but now I have to deal with it. So what happens if I cut that cord? What happens if I do some ritual and cut that cord because I don't want to deal with that person? What happens? That means I got to come back here again because I still got to deal with that. That means I don't ascend. That means I'm stuck here. That means that archon energy won. Do you guys understand what I'm saying to you? Do you understand? You don't have the right to be cutting it. This is why you have to be connected to who you are. You have to meditate. You have to go to your spirit team first before you go to anybody else. Because if you ask your spirit team, and I asked a person, I said, did you ask, should you cut this person off? And she's like, yeah, but I felt like I wasn't supposed to, but they said I should. Gives a shit what someone else says. It's you on your path, on your journey, on your mission. Nobody has the right to tell you anything. Nobody. You and your spirit team. And whoever your spirit team puts in your way, that resonates with you. Do you understand? Not someone who makes you feel good because they're a soothsayer. Oh, he's talking. He can't talk to you like that. Oh, let me give you this. You need to cut him off. Let me tell you, as many times as I wanted to have done some cutting cord ceremony with some people in my life, I just could not. Spirit had to cut them off. Let me tell you something. It's nothing like spirit cutting somebody off from your life that you will forget about them. When spirit says you did the work, it's done, they're forgotten. I've had people that have contacted me and I'm like, who is this? And like, you don't remember we did it? I'm like, no, please don't email me no more. Don't DM me because I don't remember you. And then I'll like, wait a minute, that was such and such. Because they were cut off. I didn't have to do anything. Spirit did it. Spirit was like, do your work, heal, whatever you have to do, we'll deal with that. Okay? And if you have to do some special cutting cord thing, trust me, you will know about it first. And then you can go to someone and say, can you help me with it? But don't just go Googling cutting cord ceremony, who can help me cut a cord because this person is making me sick. It will get your ass stuck here. You will be in this recycling place, coming back to this dimension again to be enslaved, having to go through this life again, having to go through this torment again, because it's no joke what you had to do to get to this point again because of something basic, because you didn't want to deal with something. It was just too much. I don't have to deal with this. I'm a queen. I'm a goddess. I don't have to deal with nobody talking to me like that. Who said you don't have to deal with that? Who said that that's something from your past life? Who said you weren't the asshole in your past life and you ain't hurt them in your past life? And now you have to do some healing. You have to help them heal in this life. How do you know? You don't know. You know if you ask. Do you understand? There's people that I want to cut off. And I'm like, I will ask, like, am I done with them? No. Oh, I still got to deal with these? Okay. Tell me what to do so I can be done with them. I don't have the right to cut them. I can block them off my phone all I want. I blocked 2 people off last week. But I was told to do it by spirit. But I can't do no cutting cord ceremony with them. I was told not to. But trust me when I say I really wanted to. Okay? My last thing I want to say to you, I think it's my last thing, is that it's important, again, for you to be connected to who you are, your higher self. You're not just waking up between 3 and 5 for nothing, okay? It's important for you. Your first mission is to find out who you are, and you will be told. It's okay if you're meditating, you're not hearing anything right away. Keep doing it. You just started. You've been going to church for 30 years. You think meditating for 1 week is going to reverse it all? It takes some time, okay? And for some of you, it don't. Some of you, it comes fast, okay? You have to connect to you because you have to be discerning. You have to have such a strong relationship with your higher self, with your spirit team, that you can see bullshit coming. You can hear it. You can know what resonates with you and what doesn't resonate with you. Okay? This is important. And it's okay if you don't. Because it's Leo season. We're in masculine energy. We're entering the masculine energy. Everybody's getting exposed. Everybody. I'm happy because it makes stuff easier. It really does. It makes it easier for me. It makes it easier for you. Okay? All these celebrities you looked up to, and now it's like everybody getting exposed. Everybody. And it's going to get worse, or it's going to get better for us because more exposure soon come. More exposure soon come. Stay on your path. Do what you have to do. The Deceptors will be dealt with. Woe unto them. It's on their heads. Remember, you are always guided. You are always protected. You are always loved. Stay in your path. When you need help, ask for it. Okay? There's so many at this time who are connecting. You'll be connected to the right person. It will resonate with you. It has to feel good. It will feel good. It shouldn't feel like I feel like they're better than me or they know more than me. It should be like this equal thing, okay? Where you just feel good with them. You just feel like I can tell you anything. I want to hug you, So many of my students is like, I can't wait to meet them. Like I love my soul family. I love my students. They know that. I love their children. It's just this unexplainable bond. And it's like, I'm so happy to see you again. I'm so happy you're here with me again. Yes. I left my best friend and I was in the car, like tears in my eyes, about to cry. I'm like, I don't want to leave you, you know? But I'll see her again. But it's that type of love. And I've known her, I met her a few years ago. And I was going through a huge transition in my life when I was waking up. This is what happens. All right. I love you all. It was 11:11. Awesome. I didn't even see that. Thank you, Carbon Star, for posting that. I hope you guys took notes. Stay encouraged. Don't be dismayed. Don't be dismayed when the exposure happens. It's supposed to happen like that. You just start writing down names. It's all good. All right. Love you all. You have a wonderful night. And I will speak to you all soon. Peace. Sweet dreams, safe travels. So family, you're welcome. You're welcome. Peace, everyone.